The internet age is a tough time to be an upcoming film. Welcome to WatchMojo.com, and today we're counting down our picks for the top 10 anticipated movies that are already hated. Before we begin, we publish new content every day, so be sure to subscribe to our channel and ring the bell to get notified about our latest videos. For this list, we're looking at films scheduled for a 2019 release that boast big name recognition and have generated plenty of buzz, but that have also been the subject of online hate. For the record, we don't necessarily hate these upcoming films. Some of them actually look or sound pretty good, but if it appears on this list, there is a sizable number of vocal people out there who do. Number 10, The Angry Birds Movie 2.
Well, sometimes when I get upset, I have been known to blow up.
Countless cinemagoers made their disdain for the first Angry Birds film perfectly clear, and now they're doing the same with the sequel. Why? Well, the first Angry Birds film wasn't very well received, and many felt it was an obvious cash grab, one that also seemed strangely late to arrive relative to the game's heyday.
Hey Red, how are you?
Oh, I'm horrible.
A sequel released 3 years later? That presents the same problems, only amplified. The thing is, any 3D animated movie with name recognition is sure to experience reasonable success because of how the child demographic works. And so, the money train rolls on, despite vocal opposition.
Wow. It's such a shame when you create something and someone just destroys it.
Number 9, Frozen 2.
This is so nice. I wish it could be like this all the time.
Frozen was a massive success for Disney, inspiring the sort of enthusiasm from children upon which their empire is built. Though the film is a great story with strong messages, and the music is undeniably catchy, every adult has their limits. And unfortunately, kids everywhere have pushed their parents way past the breaking point when it comes to all things Frozen.
That is really... that's unfortunate.
Considering the film came out in 2013, you'd think the hype would have died down. But Disney has held on to the interest of their young devotees with 2 short films and endless merchandise. As such, Frozen exhaustion has set in among older audiences, making this sequel unwelcome in certain circles.
Does it look bad?
No, you hesitated.
Number 8, Murder Mystery.
Any of you handsome brothers ready to go steal a big hunk of gold?
Well, there's not much mystery as to why this film already has haters. It's an Adam Sandler comedy. The SNL alum started his film career strong with movies like Billy Madison, Happy Gilmore, and The Wedding Singer. While Sandler never became a critical darling, these films nonetheless became reasonably well-reviewed classics. Unfortunately, his later comedies have appealed to fewer and fewer viewers. His more dramatic indie work is proof of his ability, but news of another conventional Sandler comedy has induced many a groan.
What does that even mean?
The involvement of Workaholics co-creator Kyle Newacek as director, or co-star Jennifer Aniston, would normally inspire some hope, but for many, it's not enough to overcome the Sandler factor.
The sky's the limit, kid.
Number 7, Pokémon Detective Pikachu.
Sorry I'm late. Come on, let's go.
When Pokémon exploded in the mid-90s, few could have predicted the sort of longevity it would enjoy. It may not be the property with kids that it once was, but it's transitioned to become a cultural mainstay. Still, many can't help but wonder who the Detective Pikachu movie is aimed at. The 2018 game that inspired it received mixed to positive reviews and sold respectably well, but wasn't exactly a runaway hit. Even weirder is the fact that, as in the game, Pikachu talks and is voiced in the film by the often potty-mouthed Ryan Reynolds. Some fans are pumped about the casting, but many remain hesitant about the whole thing, or vocally opposed to it.
Let's get to the heart of the matter now. Why can't you be like other actors? Good ones.
Number 6, Dora the Explorer.
Hi, I'm Dora. What's your name?
The exploits of Dora may delight kids, but many people outside of her intended age range find her incredibly grating. Unfortunately, Dora's success is such that she feels omnipresent. And seeing her make the jump to high school in a live-action capacity, that is simply too much for her detractors to handle.
Yummy!
The hate gets a little intense, to be honest, but many of the criticisms are valid. Dora is a shouter, and her songs are painfully repetitive. Many parents are counting down the days until their kids outgrow Dora, so we can kind of understand how the threat of the character continuing to grow up with them has inspired a certain amount of resentment.
Come on, let's get ready to play hide and go seek. wants to be it? Me. I want to be it.
Number 5. Alita, Battle Angel.
Well, look at you.
Hollywood adaptations of cherished anime and manga have a nasty habit of completely butchering the material. Many purists now react to adaptation news with a groan because they've been disappointed so many times. In the case of Alita Battle Angel, there are no qualms with the budget or production value. However, try as they might to escape it, the filmmakers' claim that there is no whitewashing in the film has been met with disdainful counter-arguments. While giving actress Rosa Bianca Salazar big anime eyes is seen by some as an attempt to imbue her with an authentic anime aesthetic, others just want Western cinema to leave groundbreaking Japanese properties alone. Number 4. Toy Story 4. Let's make one thing very clear. The first 3 Toy Story films form arguably one of the greatest trilogies in cinematic history. And therein lies the problem with Toy Story 4, at least according to some fans. Toy Story 3 gave the toys their happily ever after with what felt like the perfect ending. A new start with a new child. Though Pixar's history of quality speaks for itself, upset fans claim a 4th film is unnecessary and risks undoing a perfect package. Of course, this vocal group of naysayers is likely still in the minority. For others, the opportunity for more time with Woody, Buzz, and the gang may seem too good to pass up.
I'm back. Where have I been?
Beyond infinity, Space Ranger.
Number 3. The Lion King.
Whoa.
Disney has seemingly proven that they know what they're doing with their live-action styled remakes. The Jungle Book was a surprise hit, and Beauty and the Beast a solid follow-up. Though the teaser for Aladdin similarly inspires confidence, many people think that a big misstep is inevitable. For some, it's letting Tim Burton helm Dumbo. For others, it's remaking The Lion King. Period. The cast is undeniably a dream one, boasting the likes of Donald Glover and Beyoncé, and the return of James Earl Jones as Mufasa. But this film is sacred to many, arguably the greatest Disney film ever made. So why mess with such a perfect movie?
What was that for? It doesn't matter. It's in the past.
Number 2. Sonic the Hedgehog.
If you leave your game, stay safe. Stay alert.
Seeing Sonic pop up in Wreck-It Ralph, that was awesome. But when it comes to iconic video game characters, we can kind of understand them not getting their own feature films, animated or otherwise. Their legacy is just so substantial. Why risk such a high-profile failure of the brand? Especially considering the video game curse. Advisable or not, Sonic the Hedgehog is headed to the big screen in 2019. Considering that this character has struggled in more recent years, some fans fear that this so-called comeback could do far more damage than good. The fact that it's blending live action and CGI animation has also been treated as cause for concern.
He's an actor. He doesn't actually save lives.
Number 1. Star Wars Episode 9.
Let the past die.
This is, without a doubt, one of the most hotly anticipated films of 2019, second only perhaps to the 4th Avengers film. But whereas feelings towards Disney's massive MCU are overwhelmingly positive, their take on Star Wars is far more divisive. The Force Awakens was mostly well-received, but with the second film, The Last Jedi, the protests of disgruntled fans became much louder, despite a positive reception from critics. Their criticisms were wide-ranging and many, ranging from there's no plot and inappropriate comedy to they ruined Luke Skywalker. Valid or not, these criticisms have significantly colored the lead-up to the release of the trilogy's conclusion.
It isn't too late.
Do you agree with our picks? Check out these other great clips from WatchMojo, and be sure to subscribe and ring the bell to be notified about our latest videos.